the best bass anglers in the world have assembled here for a historical day for the Bass Pro Tour, Stage 1 pull here in Kissimmee. Thanks to our good friends.
What's this day like for you?
Well, this is history being made.
It's historical. It is. I was there from day one at Lake Amistad, and we showed up with 24 anglers and that idea.
This is something that all of us have really dreamed about.
And here we are.
These 80 anglers here, not only the best anglers, but great ambassadors for a sport that's really means a lot to our country. It's a great honor for all of us.
Never before seen and one of a kind, this MLF Bass Pro Tour.
Let's do it. On 3, 2, 1.
The first cast of many's with the Bass Pro Tour here in Kissimmee.
You're on the north end of Lake Toho in the city of Kissimmee. There's about 70,000, I think, people who live here, and another 70,000 who come here every day to visit Disney World. So we have an awful lot of folks here.
The town, it's known as a cow town. It was one of the original cow towns in Florida where they would run cattle up from down south to take up to the north, and they would come right through here. Also, there were some docks over on the lakefront here where they would bring oranges up the Kissimmee River from Lake Okeechobee, dump oranges off at the dock. But now it's turned into one of the greatest bass fisheries around.
It's not the first time we've had a major tournament here, and it's a good shot in the arm for our business community. And fishermen are always pretty good people to deal with.
We are just pleased to have the tournaments here and really pleased to have the inaugural Major League Fishing Tournament, the very first one.
And I am kind of surprised at what has happened with the industry in general. It has grown phenomenally since the 70s, and who would have thought that would happen?
Well, I'm gonna rewind to whenever they told us MLF. You know, this new series we're fishing, Major League Fishing, they're slowly telling you the schedules as they come out. And we found out we were coming to Kissimmee, Florida, and I don't know, it's probably a month and a half ago. So it's all been kind of real quick. And but anyway, I finally got my boat and truck finished up, rigged up, boat wrapped. And I left out yesterday. I've been preparing for this for like a month. So this is like a big deal to me and Jacob and all my buddies. So we've been preparing for about a month now. And so all this time is kind of built up, you know, and now we're here. But I left out yesterday and it was 34 degrees at my house. Now it's 60. I could be out here honestly be in flip-flops and be just fine. But yeah, it took me about 10 hours to get down here, and now we're here. We got to go to a meeting today, and it's going to be wide open the rest of the week. Fishing, rain, wind, whatever you want to get. It's pretty windy today, but yeah, we're excited.
Dustin celebrating being named the winner, taking home the $100,000 prize at the reservoir today.
The first time, I guess, that I got really hooked on bass fishing was, I think I was 12 when I fished my first actual tournament with my brother, and it was on Lake Mitchell near my house. And we rolled up down there, and all these guys had all these big boats, and we had like a 14-foot boat my brother had just bought. And we rolled up and we started fishing, and I was like, man, this is awesome. Well, we got done. I think we finished second that day in the first tournament I ever fished, and I was 12. And I think we won like $200. And then, you know, from then on, I said, God dang, I can get paid to go have fun and do what I love doing. And, you know, when you're 12 years old, a $100 bill is a big deal. I didn't get to go yesterday, so I'm ready to catch some. I've been going like, I don't know, every week, 2 to 3 times, just staying in the groove. I mean, you can't, like when it's wintertime, I like going deer hunting. Well, that's all good and well, but like fishing is what we do, you know, so I try to go 2 to 3 times a week. I live right there on the Coosa River, middle of Alabama. I'm out there going, and I went out there one day and I caught 80, and I practiced this format. So hopefully that'll help out this week. Because if you're not familiar with this format, if you swing a fish in the boat and it hits the carpet, 2-minute penalty. And if you throw him back over this rub rail, 2-minute penalty. And there's just penalties, and you got to practice that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've been going a pretty good bit. That's really all I care about. Yeah, I was about to say, y'all gonna see we're out here in these boats 24/7, all the time. Like I'll spend all day today. We gotta go to this meeting, and then I'll come back out here, and I'll just sit here and just think what else I need to tie on. I might pull up my graphs, look around at the lake, check the weather 4 or 5 different times. Like it's a lot of stuff you got to do before we even get to go fishing. You can't just go out there and tie up 3 rods and say, all right, we gotta go fish. Well, you can do that, but you better have everything ready when you get out there. Saving time. We only have a day and a half of practice, so I ain't got time to reline 3 rods and tie on and look through my graphs when I get out there. I gotta be ready, have a plan. All right, I'm gonna start here, boom, 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 hit all these places. If they ain't biting there, run to this next place, hit all that. You just gotta do your homework. I'm gonna catch some on this week. I'm gonna weigh some in, guaranteed. It's hard to beat a worm in Florida. Hey Mark, it's supposed to blow like this every day. Unbelievable. What up?
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know, buddy.
You don't know?
I can't even find it on my email.
Alright. I'm gonna hurry up. I'll call you back.
Alright, 10-4.
Hey, you got the address where we going?
I'm about to pull it up right now.
Yeah, we need to go, man. We damn sure don't need to be late to this.
I don't even have a jersey.
All right, so this is a great example of the beginning of the Bass Pro Tour, and this was one of my line items, was the fact that we don't exactly know what we're doing yet. But it just kind of unfolds. But the opportunity to be able to go out and find a group of anglers that not only have the credentials, the ability, but also have the dream and the mental ability to see something bigger than what their current position was. You know, our sport, we all know where it has been for a long time, and it's been good, and it's what we wanted to do for a living, and you're all very successful at that level. But we had a dream that was different than that, and for all of these anglers to pull together and believe in that dream, that's what this is about today. This is an angler-built league. This is an angler-driven league. The fact that 80 anglers unified, decided to find a way to work together is what's made all this possible. On behalf of everybody here, I just want to take an opening statement and say, welcome to the Bass Pro Tour, welcome to a new league in fishing. No entry fees, we all know that, media platform that we have, and I'm just going to take 1 minute and congratulate all of us.
taken place in this sport over the course of the last couple of years to see this idea talked about and then spawned and now hatched on this beautiful day. Marty, I start with you. What's this day like for you?
Overall, we're starting a new year. I fished FLW, started FLW, fished bass, and now what we have now is Major League Fishing has started the new Bass Pro Tour. And this is a lot of crazy stuff that's going on. You just don't, there's so much that's going on. They started this up last year. Basically everybody, the majority of probably say the top 100 fishermen in the world, 80 out of the top 100 fishermen are fishing in this league. So it's no doubt, the premier best group of anglers ever assembled. And that's something that it's going to be crazy. But also on top of it, we've been used to fishing, a 5-fish limit. And a 5-fish limit for people that don't fish tournaments is like, why? In this tournament, it's every fish counts. So, and it's a score tracker, which is score tracker to at least explain some of that. We're going to have live leaderboard updates while we have an MLF official on the boat. He's going to tell us like, hey, you're down by 10 pounds or you're up by 10 pounds. So you're going to know where you're at. And in my mind, what I think of any other sport out there in the country, you think of like LeBron James and you look at Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. The thing about this format is it brings out the best in you. You're going to get more pressure because you're going to know exactly where you stand. Before, we just come in, we'd weigh in, and then we just, we found out on the scales. This deal, we're going to have current, up-to-date information, and I think about that, like, if you put LeBron James out there on the court and he's down and he doesn't even know the score in the fourth quarter, he's not going to play as hard, and so that's sort of the same thing with us fishing. We're not going to fish as hard necessarily if we don't know what the score is. We're just guessing. And so in this format, it's just going to be phenomenal. You're going to see that intensity. You're going to see it every single day, and that's something that's just so unique. And on top of that, we're catching those fish and releasing them. So the conservation side of it, you're catching these fish, releasing them. If you catch them off of a bed or you catch them around their home, you catch that fish and you release it right back where it was living. So that's a huge thing for all the conservation side of it and all these lakes and the fish care.
It's an amazing format. The way that we're going to be able to conserve this resource, we're going to average 28 seconds that we're going to have these fish out of the water. We're going to have the official weigh them, put them right back in the water. I'm just excited, about the whole thing, but that part most of all.
Yeah, I was gonna catch one. DC, I need you to pick my scrounge. I got some good ones too, but I don't want to throw the good ones in practice.
You got some good ones?
Heck yeah, I do.
Jacob's sitting here.
All right, so this is the deal. So we can't talk to each other after tonight. So 12:01 midnight or 12 o'clock tonight. We can't, once practice starts, we can't talk to each other about fishing. But so from this point on, after that point on, we can't talk like what's going on. So like we talk about it right now, but so it'll be sort of awkward because we always have talked about fishing whenever we stay together. So now it's gonna be sort of awkward with the Bass Pro Tour rules. That's how it is. So anyway, so I'm trying to get advice right now before practice starts so I can find out what the deal is.
Who are you getting advice from?
I'm just asking. All right, listen, look at this. So this is a bait I got right here. It says DC. DC, that's DC's baby right there. It's a little scrounger. That sucker catches them off.
DC's baby.
Hey, DC, look at that. I got it right there on there. I got Amar and you.
That's about equal.
That's
right
what I
there.
said. I said, gosh dang.
All right, so.
I got some old ones too, but I don't want to throw them.
All right.
Look at that. What do you think about that?
Oh. Not a good one.
No?
It's not a good one.
Why not?
The bill on it's too flimsy. See that? It's a little flimsy.
God. Don't be telling them suckers that. I want one rigged up in practice right now.
That was garbage. Throw that one in the woods.
Throw that one in the woods.
So did you tell them the difference on all these?
No, I don't want. Don't put this on the dang deal. This is not happening on this channel.
No, what's gonna happen?
No,
this is top secret.
No,
info.
you cannot tell them this.
Low key,
dude,
no bait is
my
the same.
Gosh.
Okay, no bait is the same.
I can't believe
whether
this.
it's a crankbait, a spinnerbait, even a worm. To be honest.
Yeah.
But guess what? All these worms are the same. You know why? Because they're packaged that way, so they're not all bent up. See, all them other packages, you get a worm out and it's
jacked
like
up.
crooked and it don't run right.
It doesn't run right.
Well, these are gonna run right. Well, it's the same way with any other bait. So
the key
a
is
crankbait, you don't want the eyelet sideways. You don't want the bill chipped off or nothing.
Right.
Well, when you're throwing a scrounger or something like that wobbles, you need this straight. And you need this straight. That's the key things. It can't be bent.
I can't believe
be sideways.
I can't even believe
I'm letting out little nuggets. Keep all your bills straight. Keep your crankbaits in line. We got to have everything perfect.
Yep.
I'll dig through 15 baits until I find the right one. So, anyway, if I were to pick through these,
that one,
I'd probably pick him.
Him?
Yeah.
That's garbage.
About through that in the woods. That's a good one though. That one's straight.
Hey, but look at these right here. So I think I boiled these.
Let me tell you something else. I can't let these nuggets out.
You can't be don't just tell me later. We can't talk about it. We can't tell all these secrets. We can't be telling dude, we can't tell all the secrets in the first video. You can't do it.
You gotta leave them out. We're gonna leave out some nuggets on here. Y'all gonna learn this season though.
They're gonna learn. God, they're gonna learn.
Yeah.
What the heck you got over there? You got a green pumpkin? Hey, man, what the heck? Let me see what you got over there. Oh my gosh.
That's pretty, ain't it?
That's pretty. Yeah, that is awfully pretty.
That is pretty.
What do you? I didn't even know you buy stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm proud of you. You know that, Connell? You're looking
me a
good.
Trap tied on.
You're looking good. You got everything looking good. I'm proud of you.
I know. I got big weight. I got different size weights.
I can't even believe you got it like that. I seriously cannot believe. This is the most organized he'll be all season. Bet
I
on
told
that.
them that earlier.
Bet
I
on
said,
that.
you better get it now because it's going to be bombed out.
Bombed out. Horrible. God.
Jacob is really wide open all the time. Wide open all the time. Like,
Got a little bit. Gosh dang hands on some bass. Oh, wait.
Oh, I gotta go here. And it honestly helps him in his fishing also. Because he's out there fishing and his mind's just sitting there racing the whole time. So his kind of personality really helps him when he's fishing. But that dude's scatterbrained. Bad.
We have a very soggy setup for this Sunday, and as we take a look here, this blob of rain moved in overnight. It's been raining all morning long, and it is not going anywhere, folks. In fact, we will see periods of rain that could be heavy, indicated in the orange and the yellow and the reds. But as I put the clock on, as we go to about 11, you'll have pretty much all of Central Florida seeing a lot of this rainfall throughout the day and even in the overnight hours. So if you do get a break from the rain, it's going to be followed by more rain, so don't be fooled out there.